this internet safety awareness, or how it is we're going to work around it, because right now everything that we used to do offline is transferred online, and then we've seen how children are just so consumed in this TikTok thing. Even, I don't know if I say this, I don't know how to use TikTok. People will laugh, but it's just about, I'm careful about security issues. That's why I don't use TikTok. But now that everyone is using it, at the end of the day, you cannot even save yourself from it, because it's either one way or the other that people will be involved. And then the content that are being generated beyond what he was even saying, like this, they're controlling the mindsets of our children. It becomes like a psychological issue, like where they get the minds of our children, any product that they want to sell online, they use these platforms, and then everyone is there consuming it. Like, it's really worrisome. Like, what is the future of our country when it comes to how people are behaving online? I know most of the time I will call Ismail or Amadou when these things happen. But the truth is, Gambia, we don't even have the talent pool to even handle some of these things, because the curriculum is not there. We don't have the experts to handle this. And then how many times do we have to wait when these damages are done and then we want to revert it? We're talking about children, even elderly people are victim of these things. Like, I know even a simple government Facebook page is taken down, they could not take it back. I saw it with one of the councils, like when someone just went and deleted all the admins. They couldn't just recover that. They had to go and open a new Facebook page. So I know, in as much as we want to talk about these things, but the education aspect is very important. CSOs, organization will continue to do it, but the government must embrace this. If the government does not embrace, we would still wait on this, it's going to take forever, and then we will come back, new issues will come up, new technologies will come, and then we'll be crying about it. That's why the issue of regulating AI that Dauda was saying, no, we have to, at least we need to put in certain basics, because if not, it's not good for our country.
Thank you, Badara. So, Ibrahima, what we'll do is we can happily share a copy. I do have 2 people here, and then we're closed off. We'll happily share a clean version of the data protection bill that's been circulated, but Article 8 of the data protection bill does talk about the processing of child data, and it clearly specifies the age the child has to be before they can be deemed as giving consent in terms of sharing their data and other aspects. So I can happily share that with you after the session here, and then I'll send it to your email. You could review. It is a public document, correct? Before I start sharing. Yes.
So my question goes to the director. My question is, what is the biggest challenge that the government faces when it comes to data governance? What are some of the biggest challenges that you guys face? Thank you very much.
That's a big one. Apart from what my brother had just said here, infrastructure, I think for me it has a lot to do with awareness. People need to be aware. You know, awareness is very, very critical, but infrastructure is key. We need to have the right infrastructure to be able to host our data locally, and like I said before, like we want it to, really. That is our biggest challenge, really. A lot of awareness and having the right infrastructure in place. When it comes to policies and legislation, those are actually peanuts, but having the infrastructure in place and making sure that people are aware of what needs to be done, I think for us, those are the critical things. Over to you.
Thank you, Amadou. So I'm going to come back and say awareness. You can use us as vehicles, because we already have those grassroots. Our tentacles are already out there. So I think we just need to do more of dialogue and be able to get some of this information out there in terms of making people really know what's going on. When you click that next button, when you put in your details, especially your date of birth, your name, your surname, this is personal information that people happily give away in Gambia. Name, date of birth, surname, just promise them that they will win something. And they'll happily give personal data away. And this is extremely dangerous. And I think we really need to also strengthen organizations like Show Our Gambia that are doing fantastic work, and not in the GBA. Most of the work that they do is in the provinces. they are always out in the provinces creating awareness and really making the young people know some of the challenges that they can face by sharing all this data online. I think I have Mustafa as the last question. Go ahead.
Yeah, okay. Good afternoon, everyone. Yeah, it is indeed a great pleasure to be here and also gaining new knowledge with regards to ICT. My question would not be specifically a question, but a query at least. The whole day we are talking about the internet governance, and we are in a room where we are not connected to the internet. I think perhaps tomorrow, hope the day too, the internet will be provided so that we might be connected and then discuss more about the internet. Yes, now my question will go to the ministry. How best can you assure us that the ministry is working tirelessly on reducing cyber threats and attacks on the people of the Gambia? Because if you look at WhatsApp groups and Facebook, online, being it TikTok, Twitter, anything you go, there are cyber threats and attacks that they will ask you to feel like, for example, they will say this is from AfriCell, they are giving 50 megabytes, so feel this and this and this and this and this. How best is the government working on that? And also the introduction of AI. Perhaps those that graduate might be willing to use AI, but for us that are coming, it might lead us to be, let's say, dumb in academics. Because anything you are asked as an assignment, instead of going to make research, you go to AI and copy it straight away and then fill it on a paper. Then after all, you will graduate, whereby you will face an interview and you cannot say anything. So how is the government also working on that to reduce at least, or to put age limit on AI? Yes. Yes.
Your 2 minutes is up, Mustafa.
Yes. The third question will go to Madam. How best is the IGF of the Gambia working on decentralizing things? That is, next year we at least shift to another venue around BASE or CRR. So those are the 3 questions I have. Thank you.
Thank you. Maybe I'll answer mine first, or you want to answer yours? That question is not even for me, it's for Madam Chair. I'm just chairing this panel. She's chairing the entire committee.
So
go ahead,
thank you.